All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start that back over. So we're going to start, we're looking at 3 areas: back arm, back leg, front side. Okay, we're going to start with the back arm. And so really here we're starting with the hands a little further back, which is better. I might even start even a little further back than that. Here they're really, let's bring him back to where before he even starts. So, I would even be further back than we are here at the top. This is way too far forward, okay? As we get started, in the upper left off the tee, his hands stay down, okay? And really he's letting the arm action, okay? Shoulder joint, the rotator cuff is really moving the barrel. Whereas here we're getting the rotator cuffs moving it, but he's also letting a lot of wrist action or movement of the hands. It's excessive. It gets to be too much, and the hands also kind of hop up above our shoulders, okay? So one way to think about that is we don't want to feel like the hands travel. We want to let the hands stay down here, okay? So we want to feel like the hands stay down.
See the difference there, Brennan, for your hands?
And then right, and so here we go again, and it's too much. You see the difference? See how they're staying low? And that's been a key that's helped a lot of kids, the feeling that the elbow works up, but the hands stay down. The hands stay down, and the hands don't travel. Okay, because here's what, and that's an issue, but the real issue happens now. So he's got a lot of hand activity, so he kind of counters that first hand activity with this, and the hands now drop down, and we get a much flatter barrel. Okay, see, I like this barrel a lot. Is it perfect? Maybe not perfect. I don't want to see the barrel behind the head, but that's a pretty darn good barrel. If we're at this position in live swings, we're close to reaching our perfect patterns. That makes sense. Do you see it? You see it, Brennan?
The C shape.
Well, no, I'm talking about the back. And so what's happening is, watch how much your hand moves today. So watch all the hand activity. So we do a little too much there, and then we yank it back and flatten it out. Whereas here, the hands aren't doing much. Do you see that? Okay. So from a hand standpoint, we've got to calm them down. The other thing we see live is we're getting a lot of, see on the throw here in the upper right, elbow works up. Here we're pinching. We're still got that pinch going on.
I was doing that yesterday too.
Okay. And so here the elbow's still, in front of our body, meaning it's, not pinched back behind us, And so here we're doing this. And so, we have imperfections there. And it really kind of stands out, in this frame, here to here. Now we're already really getting flat. Okay?
Right.
Okay, so that again is keep the hands down. Be active at the rotator cuff, not with the wrists. Forearm manipulating the hand. Forearm muscles is what kind of turns the hand. You want to use the rotator cuff muscle. Okay? Then through contact, that one in the upper left is beautiful. How he finishes hands and they turn over. You see that? We're really close to finishing the throw. And here today, look how much bend. Look at the difference in the bend versus here versus here.
See it, Brennan?
Okay, so we want to feel like, and that ties in together. If we're tilting, that's going to happen a lot better than if we're kind of rotating the body. Here we're kind of bracing up and snapping through with the hands. You see how the hands snap through on the throw? See that? We want to be closer to that, which we are there off the tee. Whereas here we're kind of trapped back behind us. Okay, let me save that file.
Up for $150, a really nice one.
Yeah, I mean.
I was like, this is my computer. It's $150.
Yeah, stupid. Okay, so that's the back arm, okay? What you're doing off the tee, so we really don't even, that's a pretty darn good move. We don't even really pinch much on that one, okay? Going off the tee. So we're not even really comparing you against a major leaguer and say, well, that's a major leaguer, I can't do that. No, we're comparing Brennan against Brennan. And this Brennan is doing it, and that Brennan's not. So it's, it's up to you. I'm not asking you to do something your body can't do, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the back leg now real quick. And the reason we're stepping is so that back leg can get ready and go. I like what your back leg off the tee is nearly perfect. One on the throw is nearly perfect. Let's see how we look live. I'm just focused on the back leg now. We'll talk about the front leg in a second. I love the way his knee stays in front of the front foot. It's really good. It puts him in a position of being ready. So that's good. Let's say on that back leg, there's maybe a little bit of forced turn. If we had him up against Adrian, you'd really see that foot's turning over a little too soon. There's good drive there live today. There's good drive. There's good intent drive with that leg. Just make sure it's a sideways drive, okay? All right, last thing, front side. Okay, and when we land on that front side, we really want to create, we talked about the back leg being our accelerator, okay, and the front side being this brick wall, right, that we're driving our car into, right? Remember the analogy of the guy with the gun to your head, okay? And so you really want to set that wall up on the front side. So today, the more it turns open, and we got a little bit of turn with the foot, but I'm more worried about how much this knee is really straight out at the pitcher, okay? Because then once that goes, everything tends to go, and you start leaking and flying open. So the wall needs to be better. This is a perfect wall. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay? It's exactly what we want. Okay? So we work our way up the chain, and we see this spine looks like that, okay? And we're getting our nice, pretty, reverse C there. So we're here, and we're getting that, boom, right there. Whereas this isn't as, we're not as tilted, okay? So as we kind of play it forward, I really like the head is kind of controlling it there. Once that head stays back, you see that, Brennan? Here we got head kind of down and forward, so the body tends to follow that. Okay, on the throw, it's nice and back. Okay. Little thing on these throws when you're doing them, and it's kind of hard to do because when we make a sidearm throw from the infield, the ball does get above the shoulder. Hitting is different. We want the hands to stay low. Watch how the difference in the hand height. Just for doing your drill in your house. How the hand height is lower here than it is here. Got to really keep the ball below your shoulders when you're making these throws. And it might not have been something I've really pointed out to you just because I'm trying to give you the overall pattern, but we do want to feel like the hands stay low when we do this hitter's throw. Okay? So, in summary, you got to keep the hands down. Okay? Let's go back through all 3 points. Hands got to stay down. You're going to tip the barrel with the shoulder muscles. Okay, not the forearm muscles. Okay, as we slot in, we got to again keep the hands quiet. Don't let the hands, how the barrel's yanking back. Here's the elbow work. Okay, and the other thing is he's still pinching the back arm. That's a big time habit that he's got. He's got to start doing this live if we're after perfection. Trying to make it perfect. Okay, back legs got to get ready and go laterally. See a little bit of turn there. The front side wall's got to be better. It's got to be. Let's keep that knee away from the pitcher. Keep our feet sideways. That's an easy tell. It's sideways the feet are here. Look at that. Boom. Perfect. Man, I mean, that's a beautiful front leg. If we could use that front leg in a game, we'd be perfect. Okay? And then the head, again, is going to set that up, keeping the head back behind the ball. That's where you want to be.